Thank you very much, all of you, for coming out and joining us today. We're going to get ready to start the member meeting, which is the meeting for the voting of the special assessment that's been going on. I believe there's 3 volunteers that volunteered to help count the votes. If you guys can please proceed down outside to the table with the attorney, and he'll be able to instruct you. Anybody else that's here that wants to observe the counting of the paper votes, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to stay here. They're just going to volunteer because they were the first ones here to volunteer. So what we're going to do is, while they're counting the votes, we're going to put the member meeting in recess, and we're going to go ahead and have our board meeting. This way, it gives more people a chance to come in and vote, because I know that some people want to wait till the end to vote anyway, so I think that would be ideal. And then we'll come back to this meeting at the end to give the results of the voting, okay? All right, so I have to call this meeting open, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I call this special member meeting on this July 27th at 7:19 p.m. Do we have a quorum of the membership? 30%?
We have 30%.
Thank you. Did we post a sign and we get 14-day notice?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for everybody's information, the second assessment is for an additional $583.46 for a grand total between the 2 assessments of $971 and some change. I think it's 93 cents. So in case you were confused why there's 2 assessments on this, the board can only approve a certain amount. The owners have to approve the rest. And that's the way this works, okay? Anything else you want to say about this?
No, you can, yeah, that's.
Does anybody have any questions regarding the assessment only? Yes, ma'am.
Will you guys be discussing why the assessment here at this meeting?
It's not on the agenda for discussion. Is there a specific question that you have?
Yeah, why the assessment?
So we've had.
And why do we have to pay for that? For something that maybe the previous board, signed up or contracted. I'm not going to be here in 5 years to pay $1,000. So I'm not even happy with the service that I have now. And it's not going to change anything for me. I'll have the same service with the same company, and I'm paying $1,000 today.
I understand.
By the end of the year, whenever the date is. Help me understand, how is that going to save me money, and why should I pay that today in today's economy?
Yes. So basically, we've had about 5 meetings about this. We've explained that we got pushed into litigation in the past. We got pushed into litigation in the past without a member vote, and we needed to get out of that litigation, and this was part of the negotiation to dismiss that case. And the negotiation was that we will purchase the cable contract. Right now, what's happening is we don't have our services being provided by Spectrum, but that's not who we're paying. We're paying a third party called Via Sole Broadband. So right now they're taking about $550,000 a year from us, and they're paying probably like $350,000. So they're making anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000 a year into their pocket on us. We have 5 more years left in the contract. So if we negotiate this, we're already succeeded. Even if we don't get the vote, we already succeeded because we're out of litigation without having to pay the pension. Number 2 is, if we're able to buy the contract, we will control our programming, meaning we as an association can decide what channels we get, what speed internet we want, and how much we want to pay based on the services that we get. Right now, we have no say in that. The third party decides all of that for us. So we did the numbers. We put a spreadsheet on the website as well, where right now it's going to cost us, I believe, about $3.5 million in cable services over the 5 years. If we pass this, we will save $1.5 million. So
where do I see that savings? Is my HOA going to go down?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question, because if you want my personal opinion, like, yeah, I want it to go down.
But me paying this assessment is not gonna cause my HOA to go down. It'll just be less money for the HOA to pay for the payment.
I don't
Not
know.
for me personally.
But it will help you in the future because this piece of it is going to raise your HOA year over year.
Yeah, so that was what I was getting to next,
But
is
you
that
just said
the
you
cable
guys are in
company,
litigation and it won't cost us anything.
excuse me?
You just said that you guys are in litigation and there's a possibility that it won't cost us anything and we can get out of the contract.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
So
Understood.
what I'm saying is that we had to make this deal to get out of litigation without having to pay the cable company's attorney. That's done. We're done with that. We saved that money already. What I'm saying now is that the cable lady's contract or VSO Broadband's contract has a 4 to 6% increase year after year after year. So we're at 550,000. If you take 6% of that, it's like 35, 40,000. Every year she's going to be adding to this, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. In the projections that I made, we're going to pay close to 700,000 by the 5th year.
So meaning the next year, the HOA will possibly go up again.
It's going to go up year after year if the cable if we stay with this contract.
And,
Correct.
and that's regardless of Spectrum raising their fees or not, okay? So in the past couple of years, we know Spectrum didn't raise the fees, but the middleman did. So we're paying more to them, even though Spectrum hasn't increased their fees.
And when was the last time the Spectrum increased the fee?
I don't know.
For them,
I
we were told by them that years, they didn't increase, but she, the lady, increased us
Okay.
the 6%, like on last December, she increased it 6%, the
My
maximum.
HOA went up $15, so if the Spectrum didn't go up, I'm paying for it anyway. Whether you increase it by $15 or I pay this assessment. So in essence, the board, you guys have come to, I've seen everything that's been on the email. We're gonna pay for an assessment for someone who entered into this contract before so that the HOA can get out of it. We're paying for that.
But it's not because.
No.
It's hard.
Yes,
We moved here,
Right.
we moved into everything that had already been done.
Understood.
Right? So whether you're here in 5 years or not, that's going to help you with your sale of the house because there's going to be business. We're going to have a more established HOA, we won't have less, like, if we don't fix things now, it doesn't matter whether it's here or not, it's not going to get better.
that's easy for you to say, but $1,000.
Lena, the other thing I think you're missing is that you're making it sound like this is necessary in order for us to get out of litigation, and litigation's done. We're out of that.
I found out.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, what my complaint is, and I'm paying $1,000, I'm gonna be paying $1,000 for a decision that was made that we weren't part of. That was done before this new election.
Well, the cause of the situation. I agree.
I'm paying for the fact that no one asked me,
Yeah.
no one asked the neighbors, and now we have to pay $1,000 for a mistake that someone else had done before,
Yeah.
whatever they entered into, and it's not fair to us.
I understand, but moving forward, it's a win-win for all of us. We're investing $1,000,
It's a win-win for who has it, and what about the people who don't pay it and don't have it, what happens to us?
we're giving time to pay.
What's 6 months time? Because I've been 5 months at home with a mastectomy, and I'm not able to work for the rest of the year. Now, I could care less about cable, I care about my community and other things, but the cable is not a concern in my
I
mind.
made an announcement about that too, that if there's special circumstances with any homeowner, the HOA will do everything they can to help them through it. And look, our community is very united right now, more than they've ever been. If there's anybody, I mean, there's people that couldn't afford to clean their roofs, and owners have donated to get their roofs cleaned.
Yeah.
Okay, there's things going on behind the scenes that you guys don't see. And this HOA board is more than happy to help out wherever they can. And you know, that's the bottom line, is that we gotta stick together. This is all a matter of whether or not we wanna save $3,000 per unit over the next 5 years or not. Or we wanna go ahead and pay more HOA for the rest of the life of our HOA. That, or at least till 2028, we will be paying more every year.
And then what you mentioned, what we can get out, obviously us, let's see, I got an opinion, but I don't know if the board will approve it. Let's see, for him, he said he wanna go down, but he doesn't know if the board will approve it. So that's something that we cannot say what we can do, but we gotta have money left over in there to do many things. It can be better landscaping company, better, maybe some people here, they want security. Maybe we can hire a private security company with that money that we're gonna be saving a year. Or you know, or the HOA real estate
Yeah, the
plan.
bottom line, that our HOA assessments have been low for many years, and
Mhm.
they should have been increased a long time ago.
I agree.
And with the services that we're getting, each homeowner should be paying more than $250 a month.
I agree.
And we've been lucky to be in the situation that we're in, and I think this is a minor setback that we will overcome. And like I said, if this doesn't pass, we don't lose anything, we just continue to pay the cable levy. That's the that's the issue.
Look,
Nothing would change from where we are today if you don't vote on it.
everybody is in a different situation. We all have unique circumstances in our lives and our families. If you might be thinking about moving, maybe this assignment is not for you, and you have all the right in the world to vote no. And I understand, I completely understand if that's your decision. What we're trying to do as a board is, we are not here for the short term. We're not here to embellish things, but not work on the foundation of the things that we're embellishing, right? And because of that, we're trying to solve foundational issues that we inherit. And this is one of them. It is wrong that we pay 30 to 35% more for cable just because we have a contract that we didn't negotiate it, you know, but we have it. So we're trying to find a way to liberate everybody from this contract so we can, number one, save money, and number two, have a say in it, because as Mario said, today, we don't decide our internet speed, we don't have a say on the channels lineup, we don't have a say on the company. So once we are in control of our contract, if we want to change companies, we can change companies. We don't like spectrum, we can change spectrum. We don't like the channels we have, we can ask for new channels. We don't like the internet speed we have, we can find new internet speed. And I think, foundational speaking, from the core of that situation, that's what we should be doing as a community. We should have the right to decide the services that we want. And we're trying to get rid of a middleman company that decides for us. And by deciding for us, also charges us more. So I understand your situation. You know, in my household, we have two votes, my wife and I, and we couldn't get to an agreement until 1 hour before the meeting, because she thought one way and I thought another way, right? So I understand every household is different. Everybody has special circumstances, and it's a specific situation. We can tell you why we're doing this. We can tell you what we can get out of this, but you have to make your own decision based on your circumstances.
Bueno,
I appreciate that, thanks, Master.
estamos cansados de todo lo que está sucediendo. En primer lugar, ese cable, ese internet que tenemos aquí, no sirve para nada. La plata que está pagando ahí, eso es botar plata. Yo creo que muy poca gente ve la televisión que tenemos televisión aquí. De aquí lo único que medio sirve es el internet. De resto, todo el mundo ve la televisión por cable, por lo que no paga. $1,000, una cuota de $1,000, $1,000, que para quitarnos un contrato. ¿Y ese contrato quién lo cogió? Porque tenemos que pagar un resto. Yo ni tengo la plata, ni voy a pagar. Por mí, quiere tener el contrato. Entonces, se va a saber que está bueno el contrato, que lo lleven. Y no tenemos otro contrato. Más barato. Yo le consigo mejor televisión, mejor internet, ver internet, ver televisión, por dejar el mundo. ¿Y por qué tenemos que pagar tanta plata para que nadie se vaya? Que se lleve esa boda.
Hay un contrato.
Ahora, si el contrato que lo pague el señor, porque ese señor se llevó un zapatillo de aquí, el señor Ramón, que lo pague él. Entonces, ¿dónde están los resultados que iba a tener que el señor lo están demandando, la asociación lo está demandando al señor Ramón? ¿Dónde están los resultados del abogado?
¿De qué?
No hay. responsabilidad de lo que hay que pagarle a ese abogado, al loro. Eso sí hay que pagarle. Y los resultados no salen. Entonces, ¿qué está pasando?
Not everyone understands what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll translate at the end, I was waiting for him to do it.
Thank you.
Okay, gracias, don Orlando.
¿Qué está pasando aquí? No sé. La gente está muriendo conforme sobre esto.
Esto es una solución que usted,
Entiendo.
como usted dice, que puede votar sí o no. Si usted decide no, es no.
Y espero que ojalá la gente, la mayoría haya votado por el no, porque esto huele a bien, no vea.
Gracias, don Orlando.
Okay.
So basically, in general, he's just expressing his disagreement for the assessment as a result of, he feels we're just giving the cable lady money for nothing, that we should just cancel the contract and, and that be done with it, that we should be suing our previous board members to recover the money that we lose from that, which we cannot do, so that's in general what he said, okay? Okay, that's it.
Anyone else?
So we're gonna go into recess.
Actually, you don't need to, we got the,
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's do it then.
so we had, 18
Oh,
proxies.
she hasn't voted yet, she wants to vote.
Are you want to? Yeah. Okay.
Anybody else waiting to submit their vote?
She has to submit it over there, or she gonna give it to you?
They need to get a proxy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if anybody has a vote in their hand, put it, give it to the management company.
You guys.
While we wait, anyone have any more questions?
The woman here?
Well, it was a heated conversation. Oh, that's it.
Not to be one, though.
No, es la adrenalina.
Bien.
Me?
Ah,
Yo me siento desestresado right now, puedo dormirme right now si quiero. Yo me dormí desde como las 11 de la mañana hasta como las 2 o 3 de la tarde.
Tengo fuerte.
Puede estar mejor.
Una cosa en el parqueo.
let's go back. Ya estamos.
Mario, so I assume the plan is to adjourn then?
Let's do it. This next meeting is the budget meeting. Can we do it together then or no?
You just have to do it within 90 days. So anytime between now and 90 days, you gotta pick a day.
So we'll
Now,
adjourn.
keep in mind, they're gonna set up the
We don't have to decide.
so they need time to do that.
We'll decide the date later. We have to decide now. Whether the date is decided now. So it's either we'll do it next meeting or the meeting after that.
The next meeting is August 31st.
I would say, either
September meeting? September meeting. September meeting. Right, you guys okay with that?
September 28th.
Sorry. All right, guys, we're ready to continue. Go ahead, Chris.
Ready? Okay, so we had 4 more folks submit some proxies. So the current count for the yays are 178, and the current count for the nays is 71. 166 of those were online for the yays, 61 were online for the noes. So we had 22 in-person proxies, the rest were all online. So that's where we're at right now.
So what's the total number of members that voted altogether?
Of course, you're going to have 227 plus the 22, so 240.
244? 249?
That's the 51%.
That's total, right?
Yeah, that's the total, yeah, correct. That's a 51% total count.
Yeah, 249.
Okay, so the vote doesn't carry at this point. Is that what we're saying?
We need 246 yays in order for the vote to carry.
Okay, so with that in mind, are we able to extend the voting? Because I mean, that's almost more than 200 people that have not voted.
Yes, so our bylaws and the statute allow us to adjourn a member meeting for up to 90 days and still have all the proxies be valid. So we can pick a reconvening date anytime between now and 90 days from now.
Okay, and do you have a date suggested?
Well, we had talked about doing it at the September meeting and just kind of lumping it all together, since everybody's gonna be here anyway, and we have to send out notices for the budget meeting anyway, we can just piggyback all of that stuff on the same mailer. So,
Yeah.
that's September 28th.
Yeah, so in all fairness, there's been a lot of running around in the last minute, in the last several days. We have a lot of homeowners that live either overseas or out of state, and a lot of them had a lot of trouble getting their emails to the management in time, and there was a lot of running around that. We are afraid that there may be some members out there that may have wanted to vote and didn't get the opportunity to vote. So, given that, I think, from my standpoint, I think we should try to make a motion to extend it till September 28th and see if we can get more members to vote.
I submitted a motion
So Jose makes a motion to extend.
to extend the voting period until September the 28th.
Anybody second?
I second the
Herman
motion.
seconds. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
And let me see if Scott is here. Scott, unmute yourself.
Okay.
So there's no name, right?
Nope.
Okay, so,
So something else just to reinforce, if you've already voted online, you don't need to do it again. Okay, so if you've already submitted your proxy, and you've already voted, you're good to go.
and one other thing is, if you want to change your vote at any time, you can also vote on that day again. Just so you know. Yes, ma'am.
You said that you could change your vote, but I thought that, wasn't there something in the notification that said you could not change your vote? What's the vote?
Online, you can't change your vote, but you can do it
So
here.
what would happen is
Let's clarify that.
you would come in person to the meeting and you would cast an in-person vote, and your in-person vote would override your electronic vote.
So is that in the notice as well?
Sorry, what?
Is that in the notice?
Did we put that in the notice that you could?
I think it was in one of them.
Yeah, I don't remember if we specifically put it in there or not, but you can do that. If you show up in person and vote, it'll override your e-vote, and your in-person vote won't count.
So what's the point of the people?
Well, to make it so you didn't have to come if you didn't want to. This just creates that extra level of access for people who are more comfortable just casting a yes vote or no vote and being done. But if you change your mind, this is an opportunity or a path that you could use to change your mind if you wanted to. You don't have to.
So if the motion is to go to September vote, can we have the transparency in seeing which votes were changed over to a yay versus a no?
I don't know. I don't think we have that ability because the votes online don't specifically say who voted what. It just gives us a tally. So we wouldn't know specifically whether or not. I mean, I could tell you the change in the number of votes, but I couldn't tell you specifically who did it.
No, I didn't ask for that, just wanted to transparent.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll know like the change in the numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wasn't quite clear, it is one folder per household.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, I'm late today, but I want to know why we have to pay more than we pay right now. Like for both something that we pay already, why we have to pay more than?
By doing this, we're trying to make it cheaper for the stuff
I
that
know
you're paying
that
for.
this is not my problem. We always have our pays on time. And now we have this problem, I can't understand why. Why we have to pay 500 and something, and we pay, how much we pay? 400 and something, like, pay on the December something, for what reason? We have to pay a lot. Like, my husband's car was at the front. Today we paid $175 because the towing is at the front of the house. This is this is my house, this is from my house. Why do I have to pay $100? This is crazy. Nobody know anything. When we pay us something, nobody know anything. My husband the other 1 year ago, or I don't remember the day, he passed through the thing, the gate, and then
I'll tell you what, why
but let me see, let me tell
don't,
you.
let me you and I go out, I'll figure out your issue while they can continue this.
He
work.
broke the wheels, and then we called all the people over that we have.
everybody has to listen. Everybody, 2 years ago,
I pay on time.
yes, 2 years ago, I bring 2 of my tires already.
The time, and we know all the numbers, and we know all the numbers here. The thing was broken. Outside, he passed, all the time, I broke it, he has to pay $600. Nobody asked me nothing, nobody said, go this, go that, no, this is
Why you
not.
don't only have warning? If you park in the front of the house, you would have warning. I told them only my parking.
They have money today here, they have money today here, all the people saw me.
Wait, so who is the doctor for the dog?
That's the CDD.
Okay, I have the video here. Why? You have to pay $200.
Can you calm down?
That's the CDD.
No, because we call all day. Like, why?
We're listening. We have heard you.
Why? Okay, you call the truck and then, okay,
Nobody-
so all the people's here?
Nobody called anything.
No.
Nobody called anything. It's the
Why
contract.
the truck is here? Why?
Because that's the contract that the CDD has.
I don't get the CDD. No. No.
Oh, look, now we have to
This is crazy.
no?
We
have-
Nobody said nothing.
No, now.
When we go, look, my husband brought 2 wheels, like, we want to have it off, it's $500. No, you call this number. No, you have to call the other number. Why?
Ma'am,
This is
ma'am,
ridiculous.
ma'am, this body here cannot address that problem.
Yeah, that's why, I'm
That's
here today because
lawfully,
when I say
by
something,
law,
nobody asked any answer.
ma'am, by law, this body cannot address your problem.
You always here.
August 17th.
Not in this meeting. You have another board called the CDD.
This is the problem.
Now the CDD, they will not get parking place for the Osceola. No, the parking Osceola. It's the parking for the, I don't know, maybe for Orlando.
I can see the problem here. The car is on the front, like on the front of my house. This is my house. I pay for my house.
So,
Why the truck came in and there's a car?
okay, ma'am, we have to move on. We'll explain to you in Spanish so you understand.
Una propuesta,
Mira,
Don Armando,
Mario, yo la saco afuera y hablo.
que no hay negociación y si ni nada,
Don Armando, por favor.
a tanto problema, porque no te pagaron dinero, hacemos todo y no tenemos nada. De la cabeza de esto. No hay ningún problema. A mí me preguntan una grabada aquí, la corriente de 24
All right, anyway, can I put this meeting in recess?
Sorry, I tried to help.
You weren't gonna get that one. Okay, everybody. The member meeting is gonna go in recess, and we're gonna adjourn it until September 28th, okay? So, meeting is closed. Everybody take 5 minutes, we'll start the board meeting in 5 minutes.